The problem with filming now in November, because today is November 2nd, is that the lighting is different. So right now it's like 7, almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's still not really bright out at all. So we're still gonna try to do this, and hopefully you guys can see it going on. I am going to put the light on my mirror, but because that way you guys can see my face better, but I'm going to keep it off while we talk about what this is. So this is Dermacol. This is a makeup cover. It's waterproof, it's SPF 30, and it's hypoallergenic. That's kind of cool. So you get this little packet of instructions, and I wasn't aware that I should have gotten the base for this. Tati didn't use the base, I don't think, though, so we're going to still do it without the base. But it says you should apply the Dermacol Satin Makeup Base, and then you should finish it with the Dermacol Invisible Fixing Powder. Of course, that could just be so then you buy their products, but we're still going to test it out anyways. It says to tap the makeup onto skin gently with the fingers or with a makeup sponge. So I think we're going to use a makeup sponge. I do have it dampened. That's what I read online, how to apply it when I was reading the instructions. So I got the shade 208, and I actually got this from eBay. When Tati did her first impressions of this, she actually got it on Amazon, but when I looked on Amazon, they only had 2 shades, and I didn't think either one of them would fit my skin tone because I'm pretty pale. So I got what I thought looked like the palest shade. So we're gonna see how this goes. This might end up being horrible. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this. I put on my light on my mirror so that you guys can kind of see my skin a little bit better. So, I don't have a primer on. If you guys remember the Laura Geller first impressions I did, that moisturizer that was like a mask and a primer in one, I have that on. I put that on after I did my, skincare routine. And then we're just gonna go in with this first, I guess. I'm going to, so it comes like this with one of those like pointy tops, so you can do this. I also read online that this is a tattoo cover-up as well, and since I have a tattoo, we're gonna try it out on my tattoo, so that will be kind of fun. So I think I want to put some on the back of my hand first, just so then this will end up being a lot. Ooh, it's thick, really thick. Okay, here we go. I have a mirror right here. I think I'm going to just tap some on and then use my sponge to blend it out. Okay, so as you can see, it covered everything, but I look like a friggin' wax figure. Do you guys see this? I'm hoping with all the rest of my makeup, it will look not as weird. So on this side of my face, this is the side I started on, I definitely put way too much. Like, I put, a few dots, all over my face. Over here, I literally just did 1 dot on my cheek, and then it still covered everything. So I can tell that this is a product that you kind of need just a tiny bit amount. But oh my god, I've never seen myself without my rosacea, and now I see how I look if I didn't have my pink skin. I feel like I look kind of sickly now that my redness is gone. I always wanted my redness gone, but now that I see myself without any redness, I feel like I look friggin' terrible. But we're still gonna go with it. So I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. And by the way, the foundation was done being put on at 8:09. Okay, so now it is 8:24 and the rest of my makeup is on. I feel so weird, you guys. This is incredible. I can't believe it actually covered everything. So let's go over what else is on my face, I guess. So I set the foundation with a mixture between the Fit Me Maybelline setting powder. This is in the shade 110. Porcelain. So I guess it's not a translucent powder. I never knew that. I always thought it was translucent. And then I also used the Porcelain Laura Geller Balance and Brighten Foundation. I was trying to see if I could somehow highlight in a way, like, you know, like the underneath of my eyes and all that, but these are the same shade as my skin tone, so it didn't really work. I'm gonna have to look into a like more highlighting concealer, because like this, I tried using this underneath my eyes and I don't think it did anything. I think it is the same color as the foundation, so I'm going to look into that. If you are a pale princess, by the way, check out the Taylor. She does wonderful foundation and concealer reviews. To bronze, I used the Laura Geller Bronze and Brighten and Fair. This is the only bronzer I own, but you can actually kind of tell that I'm wearing it today. And then I put on blush. Never in a million years would I think that I would have to actually put blush on so I don't look as sickly. So I use the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in Apricot Berry. On my eyes, I have a couple of NYX products. I'm using this little eyeshadow quad. I've featured this before in a video. This is the Full Throttle eyeshadow quad in Daring Damsel, I believe. And I just used this color right here to set my primer, this like whitish color, and then this like purpley maroon color in my crease. And then all over my lid for a little bit of shimmer, I use this NYX Ultra Pearl Mania. I don't remember the shade of this because this is really old and the label's off, but if I can find it, I will definitely tell you guys in the description box. Then I tried out this NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator again. I don't know if it really did anything, but I don't own a highlighter. On my waterline, I used the Tarte Close Up Lash Liner on the lower lash line. My liquid eyeliner is the Ico Skinny Mini. My mascara is the Tarte Lights Camera Flashes mascara. And then, last but not least, are my lips. Now, I wasn't going to try out any lip color today because I'm just around my house, and also my lips are still kind of irritated from that time I chewed them in my sleep. But because usually I don't like lip colors on my face because I always thought with my rosacea that it would kind of clash and no colors looked good on me. So today I decided to try out a lip color and I actually really like myself in this color. I don't know. You guys can let me know down below if I actually look terrible. This is the Marc Jacobs lipstick. I think it's called a lip cream. And it's in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And I really like it. And then on top of it, I just kind of patted in some of this Erin Rose lip conditioner. This is kind of a like nude shaded like lip balm. Like it just gives a tiny hint of color. I just patted it on the top for a little extra conditioning. And that's everything that I'm wearing today. This is insane. I never knew I would ever find a foundation to cover up my rosacea. Oh my god. I mean, and I love it and I hate it at the same time. I think it's because it's just so different seeing me without that pink skin. And as you can tell, I definitely need to like put stuff on my chest if I ever do this again. Because I have redness on my chest as well, so it kind of just looks white and then nothing. But I thought now that we'd go ahead and try out the foundation on my tattoo. I'm just gonna take some more of that foundation. For a tattoo concealer, as you can see right here, it didn't cover it all the way. You can definitely still see it, but it definitely faded it a lot. Like it definitely looks like it covered it a lot. So I would say this is not something you should buy if you are trying to conceal a tattoo. like for work or something. So now I'm going to go ahead and go about my day, and I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. So it's now 11:58, and so the foundation has been on my face for about 4 hours now, like almost 4 hours, and I think it's still holding up pretty good. I don't think I look greasy. I can tell that there is some grease like forming on the corners of my nose. I don't think my chin or my forehead has really been greasy. So just around my nose. Here's a little close-up. I'm still pretty impressed by this. Now I will just say I've noticed from like there have been times where I've had to like touch my face or scratch it or something. If I touch my face, it comes off. Like it will come off onto my fingers and I can see it. I don't know if that's normal for foundation. I love that my bras are hanging in the background of this video. That's cool. Yeah, but so far I'm still liking it. I think it's still covering pretty nicely. I think this is still just my blush. I don't think that's my rosacea at all. So I'm making myself some lunch. I just got done watching Game of Thrones. I am now on to season 2. I just finished the first disc, so the first 2 episodes of the season. I need to take down my Halloween decorations because that's over. So I will check back in like 4 more hours or so. So it is now 4:04. Ignore my lip color, by the way, because it looks really terrible. I took a nap and I think it passed the napping test. I did drool all over this area, so that's pretty cool. So let's just do a little close-up again in natural lighting. I'm still very greasy around my nose, and it definitely has come off on my nose. I can definitely see my redness coming through there. Redness is peeking through right here. That could have been from napping. Peeking around here. I see it peeking a little bit on my chin where I get oily, and my freckles on my forehead have started to peek through as well. So I think in my T-zone it definitely has started to break up, but I don't know, I still really like the coverage of this. Now, something I kind of realized with this, it's called a makeup cover, so it's really not a foundation, and I don't really mean that to say that you shouldn't be using it on your face. That's definitely what it's made for, I think. Foundations, I think, blend more in with your skin, where this, you are literally using it to cover your face. Like, it tells you to tap it on your face instead of, you know, blending it in. And I think it's because it's designed to sit on top of your face, not to kind of sink in or blend in with your skin. So I think that's why I got the coverage that I did. I think I got the coverage I wanted for someone who has rosacea. I had to apply blush on my face just so I didn't look sickly, because you guys saw when it was first applied, I looked like a ghost. So I'm calling this the final check-in because it's like 4 o'clock. It's been on for 8 hours and I want to go take a shower, so I'm obviously going to be taking this off. I think if you have a lot to cover like I did with all the redness on my face, this definitely could be something beneficial for you. Just keep in mind, again, it is not really like something that blends with your skin. It really sits on top of your skin. And I felt it on my skin, and I almost could feel it moving on the parts where I was getting oily. I could almost feel it. Like, I all day long, I can feel it on my skin, so it's not like oh my god, it's so lightweight. It's totally, I can't tell I'm wearing anything. I could definitely tell. But as you can see, I think like from a distance, yes, it's coming off on my nose, but I still think it looks pretty damn flawless. Now, I wonder if it would have performed better with like a mattifying primer, or even if I just set it with my setting spray, or if I'd looked into the base that they say you should get for it. I don't know. I've never used a primer before. I don't even buy them. I should go look into buying them. Let me know down below any drugstore primers you recommend, because I want to try cheap ones first. So I think that I'm going to be giving this a thumbs up. This isn't something I'm going to be wearing every single day. Like, this is definitely going to be a once in a while type of coverage that I want, just because of the extreme coverage. It's so weird. I've always wanted to cover up my rosacea because it was always something I hated about myself. And once I saw myself with it completely like a blank canvas, I felt weird. Like, I didn't really like it. Obviously, I was able to add bronzer and stuff, which I think is what I wanted. So, to me, this is something I would wear, like, if I'm going out, if I'm going on a date. I don't date, but if I ever went on a date, I would wear this. If, you know, I just want a day where I want to wear a full face of makeup. But, like, you guys are probably not going to see me with this much coverage in all of my videos. There's still going to be many videos where I'm not wearing foundation at all. I would definitely not wear this to work because I work in a kitchen and I work with grease and it gets all over my face. So to me, this is something you'd want to wear special occasion, every once in a while, if you're going out with some friends. But it also could be beneficial if you have a lot to cover. So I would say definitely check this out if you want. It was pretty affordable. I think I only spent like $16 on it or something, maybe a little less. I bought it on eBay. I think you can get it on Amazon, but they only had 2 shades. So I will link down both sites where you can get it at, eBay and Amazon. I got the lightest shade, which was 208. Keep that in mind. So if you are pale, check out the 208 shade. I think that's the lightest shade you can get. And with that, that concludes this first impressions. I should film right in front of this window. I feel like I have the most flattering lighting. I couldn't think of that word. If you like this video and you want to see more first impressions, please don't forget to give this a thumbs up and let me know down below any products you want to see in the first impressions. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do. You can just go ahead and click that little red thing, and I will see you guys next time. Hey guys. Bye guys. So today I have another subscription box to open up for you guys, and we're going to take a peek at it together. This subscription box is called Bonjour Jolie, and it is actually a time of the month box, and part of me was a little bit